Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You try lifting your lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening it. You tried banging on the lid to hopefully unsettle the dirt. Maybe somebody might notice and stop digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn. In reality, there are probably people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to defeat an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you're abusing drugs and alcohol that you might overdose and take something away that God had given you called life? And if that's not bad enough, you take your life away from the people that love and need you most, your mother, your father, brother, sister, husband, or wife. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person I just read about, that waited and waited until it was too late. Instead, pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you, I will help you take your life back, for your life is gone. Folks, don't forget to take your slippers off at night and put them under your bed. Not by the edge of your bed, but under your bed. That way, in the morning, when you wake up and God gave you another day on this beautiful earth, you'll be on your knees to go retrieve those slippers. While you're on your knees, ask God for guidance and direction. Thank God for all the good things you have in life. You have a family, you have a house, you have food, you have health. I call this Knee-mail, K-N-E-E-mail. Knee-mail is between you and God each and every day. Now put those slippers on and walk with God 24/7. You know what, folks? A promise is a promise. Let's readjust this a little bit, but a promise is a promise, and we got to make sure that we stick to our promises when we make them. Do you think, before you make a promise to someone, do you really think about what you're promising? What if you can't deliver on your word? That promise you just made, what if you cannot deliver on that? Does it really matter? Of course it does. The world isn't going to come to an end, is it? Well, it might for some people. Well, actually, no, but have you considered this? Many people are pretty casual about making promises. As a result, promises are frequently made at the drop of a hat with no real intention of keeping to those promises, and that could be a problem. And I'm not talking about a promise like, let's do lunch, or I'll call you later, or maybe I'll be there in 5 minutes. Those are examples of throwaway promises that are made each and every day and seldom ever kept. However, this casual attitude can have a real consequence to some people. When you break a promise, no matter how small it seemed to you, alarm bells aren't going to go off, but it can damage your relationship or even your reputation. Think about it. When someone else breaks a promise to you or gets caught up in a lie, doesn't it make you feel violated or even cheated? You can't help wondering whether that person did that purposely or not, so it makes you really wonder. Getting away with a lie can also be a dangerous thing because it fools liars into believing they're invincible and they have little chance of being caught. They become immune to the fact that they're lying, and I know people in my life, in my circle, that lie and don't even realize that they lie. Before you know it, lying can become a habit, forcing liars to spend precious time and energy keeping the story straight, and then also precious time and energy to recover from the previous lie. Once others learn about the lies, some people may forgive, but others might not. You need to promise to tell the whole truth. A promise is a promise. Some folks apply a rating scale, believing that breaking a big promise is inexcusable, while some small ones are maybe even acceptable in some people's lives. That's simply false. While breaking a big promise, such as failing to repay borrowed money, can torpedo a relationship, reneging on promises such as being on time cast doubt on future behavior. Remember, trust is built through a series of experiences shared with others. When behavior is consistent, faith in a relationship does develop to be strong. When promises are broken or people are misled, the bonds of trust are breached. Broken promises imply that the offender either didn't think before making a promise or doesn't even care about letting you down. They're also implying that their needs are more important than maybe even your needs. So be careful about the promises that you make and with whom you make them. Never promise the moon. If you can't keep a promise, don't make the promise in the first place. For example, you may not be able to guarantee someone 5% investment return, but you can show them your track record and promise them that you will work hard on their behalf. You can't guarantee that you'll arrive in 2 maybe hours or so, but you can promise that you're going to leave at 10 a.m. and you will do your best to get there as promised. Some broken promises are excusable. If you can't deliver something on time because of an uncontrollable event such as family illness, most people will understand that the lapse was unintentional and will oversee that or overlook that. On the other hand, breaking a promise intentionally oversleeping is different. You'll have to face the consequences sooner or later. When you distort the truth by, stretching it, spinning the truth, or withholding key facts, you also weaken your credibility for the future. Half the truth is often a whole lie. Listen, half the truth is often a whole lie. Lying comes in many forms. Some people stretch the truth to make something look a lot more attractive. Others spin the truth by presenting selected facts that support their position. Withholding key facts is also lying. It's clearly meant to deceive. When you tell a lie, everything that you say in the future may be treated as suspect. As Friedrich Nietzsche said, I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that you, from now on, I cannot believe you. The trust issue is gone. When people are dishonest, they send a message that they lied because either they don't have a strong case or that they have something to hide. Once they're caught in the act, liars will usually start requesting or the people that you lie to will start requesting everything in writing, may start looking over their shoulder, and may question your motives. Most importantly, after they lie, everything said from that point forward won't carry any credibility whatsoever. You're judged by the company you keep, and when people cover your misdeeds of others, there's a quality of those who committed the crimes. If you're tempted to cover for someone else, first consider whether it's worthwhile putting your own reputation on the line for anyone's undeserving of your good name. Your word is your bond. Remember that. There was a time when keeping your word held special significance. We took great pride in being a good character. Personal integrity was both expected and valued by most people. That was a time when everyone knew each other's families, and you wouldn't do anything that would cast shadow on your family's good name. It was a time when integrity was instilled in the children at a very early age and viewed as instrumental achieving success. The truth is, our world may be changing, but the importance of integrity has not. While we may not know everyone in our town, the world is still smaller than you think. Create some bad news and you'll learn this for yourself. Every time you give your word, you're putting your honor on the line. You're implying that others can place their trust in you because you value integrity and would never let you down. It goes without saying that if you don't live up to your word, you may end up tarnishing your credibility, damaging your relationships, and defaming your reputation. More importantly, you'll be letting yourself down. But when you operate with complete integrity, what you say will be taken at face value, your intentions will be assumed, honorable, and your handshake will be as good as a contract. Most importantly, you can take great pride in the standards that you've set for yourself and sleep well at night knowing that your conscience is clear. As for others, just when they think they're fooling the world, they realize that they're only fooling themselves. A promise is a promise after all. What do you think? Are people too casual in your inner circle about making promises and not keeping? Making promises and hurting people. What they think when they make these promises is maybe not a lie. It is. If your intentions when you make a promise that you will not follow through with that promise, it is considered to be not honorable. Think about what I just said. A promise is a promise. A unkept promise is a lie. May God bless you.